For B1278 on this 2010 to 2017 Honda Accord, think of the MICU watching the headlight switch position inputs and seeing something that does not line up with the expected switch state. The driver may notice exterior lights that do not respond normally, or the scan data may show a switch position that does not match the actual combination light switch position. The possible fault areas are the combination light switch, the switch input wiring, the related ground path, or the MICU inside the under-dash fuse and relay box. We're going to diagnose it by watching the HDS data first, then splitting the fault into a switch issue, a short to ground, an open or high resistance, or a MICU side fault. Start by checking the headlight switch parameters with the HDS. Watch headlight switch off, headlight switch parking, headlight switch auto, and headlight switch headlight while moving the combination light switch through its positions. With the switch OFF, only headlight switch off should be on. At position parking, only headlight switch parking should be on. At auto, only headlight switch auto should be on. At on headlight, headlight switch parking, and headlight switch headlight should be on. If all of that data is correct, treat it as an intermittent problem for now and check for loose or poor connections. If the data is not correct, keep going. Next, check the same 4 HDS parameters again. The direction of the failure matters. If the data list value is OFF when it should be on, move to the jumper wire check at the combination light switch connector. If the value is not OFF when it should be, meaning the input is staying on, go after a possible switch or short to ground condition first. For an input that is staying on, turn the ignition switch to lock 0, or press the engine start/stop button to select the OFF mode. Disconnect the combination light switch 12P connector, then check the same HDS parameters. If the data value changes from on to OFF after unplugging the switch, replace the combination light switch. If it does not change from on to OFF, leave the switch connector disconnected and continue with the shorted wire check. With the ignition still at lock 0 or OFF mode, disconnect under-dash fuse/relay box connector N20P. With the combination light switch 12P connector disconnected and under-dash fuse/relay box connector N20P disconnected, check continuity to body ground on the listed switch input lines. Check H/L OFF SW from connector N no. 18 P and K to body ground. Check H/L on SW from connector N no. 19 YL to body ground. Check parking LT SW from connector N no. 20 GRI to body ground. If there is continuity, repair a short to ground in the wire. If there is no continuity, those switch input wires are okay and the path identifies a faulty MICU. Replace the under-dash fuse/relay box. If the earlier HDS check showed the data value OFF when it should have been on, turn the ignition switch to lock 0, or press the engine start/stop button to select the OFF mode. Disconnect the combination light switch 12P connector. Use a jumper wire from the combination light switch connector signal terminal to body ground on the listed circuits. No. 1 P and K to body ground. No. 7 YL to body ground, and no. 8 GRI to body ground. Then watch the headlight switch off, headlight switch parking, headlight switch auto, and headlight switch headlight parameters with the HDS. If the data value changes from OFF to on, replace the combination light switch. If it does not change from OFF to on, continue to the open wire check. For the open wire check, keep the ignition at lock 0 or OFF mode with under-dash fuse/relay box connector N20P disconnected and the combination light switch 12P connector disconnected. Check continuity between under-dash fuse/relay box connector N no. 18 P and K and combination light switch connector no. 1 P and K. Check connector N no. 19 YL to switch connector no. 7 YL. Check connector N no. 20 GRI to switch connector no. 8 GRI. Also check combine SWGND LT from connector N no. 1 BLK to switch connector no. 6 BLK. If there is no continuity, repair an open or high resistance in the wire. If there is continuity on those circuits, the wiring checks OK and the path points to the MICU. At that point, pause, recheck the earlier diagnostic path, and avoid guessing before making the final repair call. The takeaway for B1278 is to let the HDS data tell you which direction to go. A signal stuck on sends you toward the switch and short to ground checks. A signal stuck OFF sends you toward switch simulation and open circuit checks. Do not condemn the MICU until the switch inputs and ground path have been separated from the fault. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.